Hey there, fellow explorers. Today we're going to talk about
Hawaii.
Hey there, fellow explorers. Today we're going to talk about one of our absolute favorite places on the planet.
Hawaii.
You ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Where are they going? What'll they see? It's J&T Exploring. So like Jamie said, it is one of our favorite places to go. Specifically, we go to Oahu. That's the only island of Hawaii we've been to thus far. We are headed to Kauai when we go with our family later this year, which I am very excited for.
So stay tuned for those videos.
So today we really just want to talk about what we like to do on Oahu, where we like to stay, delicious things we love to eat, and hopefully some things you can use for your trip to Oahu.
So when we're on Oahu, we like to stay at Aulani, which is Disney's resort and spa in Aulani.
We are Disney Vacation Club members, and that's our home resort, so it's obviously much easier for us to stay at Aulani. But Aulani Resort is a huge expanse of Disney Vacation Club rooms and normal hotel rooms, so anybody can come and stay at Aulani. Like Jamie said, it's over in Ko'olina, which is on the west side of the island, so that's sort of the dry side of the island. The east is much wetter, gets a lot more rainfall, and the west is a lot drier, so you don't get as much rain. It still is going to rain, but not as much as like the east side of the island.
Aulani is a beautiful resort that you can tell the Imagineers have spent a lot of time and have put a lot of effort into really portraying the Hawaiian culture in the resort.
Yeah, it's approached in such an authentic way. I think a lot of people think Aulani is going to be like Disneyland in Hawaii.
It's definitely not that.
It's not at all. The thought of Aulani is that, like, yes, there are Disney characters there, but like they're visiting just like you are. They don't live there, so you can see characters around the pool, and like there are little hidden touches here and there. But the main theme of Aulani really is like traditional Hawaiian culture and embracing the aspects of that. Aulani has one of the largest collections of Hawaiian art on the islands. So as you're walking around, it's so beautiful to see all of these authentic art pieces done by local artists. It's hard to describe until you've been there, the full like impact of the culture that's embedded in every single aspect of it.
Yeah. Speaking of the art, you can do, they offer art tours where they will guide you around the resort and talk to you about all the different pieces of art. And there's a garden tour as well.
Yeah, we haven't done that, but we're doing it on this trip coming up because last time we went, they weren't doing it because of COVID. So when you arrive at Aulani, you'll walk right into the Maka'ala lobby. Now, if you've seen like videos or pictures of Aulani, you've probably seen that shot that goes like straight through the Maka'ala right out onto the back lanai that overlooks over onto the ocean and the pool area and things like that. Pro tip, if you are going to Aulani, I would download the music of the Maka'ala to your phone to get right in that mood for Hawaii. It is such a good CD. I listen to it all the time. And in the main building of Aulani, they have obviously gift shops, they've got kalepas, they've got halaimanu, we've got restaurants, the main obviously check-in desk, and once you've checked in, you go up to your room. If you're enjoying this video so far, go ahead and give us a like and subscribe. It really helps us make more content for you.
So there's a lot of different rooms you can choose from. They have everything from like a standard queen bed hotel room all the way up to a 3-bedroom grand villa with a lanai that overlooks the ocean.
Wouldn't that be nice?
And then there's also different levels of view. So you could have a standard view, a garden view, an pool view, an ocean view, a partial ocean view. There's a lot of different options when you're selecting your room type.
Yeah, and it all just depends on what's important to you, you know? If it's worth it to you to spend extra for the ocean view, then go for it, you know what I mean? Get it. This last time we went, we paid for a partial ocean view because we wanted to feel a little fancy. And I have to say, we had more than a partial ocean view in our specific room.
Our view was incredible.
It was so good.
That's another nice thing about the rooms at Aulani. Every room has a lanai, so you can sit out and enjoy the weather, the view, what have you.
And since there are so many different types of room, once you go past the standard hotel room, if you're doing like, a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom, things like that, then you start to get a kitchen. And that's a really good way to save money while you're on your trip, is if you can cook some of your meals in there, because food on Hawaii, going out to eat all the time, is so expensive. But if you can just stop at the grocery store while you're in Oahu and pick up some groceries, take them back to your room, cook in there, you'll save a ton of money.
It's also really nice because right across the street from Aulani, there's an ABC store. So if you are doing grocery shopping, you can just walk right across the street. It's like a 5-minute walk, maybe.
Yeah, if that. At Aulani, there are so many things to do just at the resort. There are 3 pools, 2 splash pads, an adult-only area with 2 infinity spas, and then a lazy river that goes through the whole Waikolohe Valley, which is what they call the pool area that's in between the 2 giant towers. 2 water slides. Don't sleep on those water slides.
They are so great.
They're so great. I have to be honest, I looked at them and I was like, it's gonna be like a pool, like a water slide.
No, they're so much fun.
So cool. Yeah, great. And the lazy river is so nice and like super fun. Really fun detailing, really similar to if you've been to Animal Kingdom in Walt Disney World. Joe Rohde, who designed Animal Kingdom, also designed Aulani, and it has a similar vibe to the Tree of Life in the middle of Animal Kingdom, because all through the rockwork of Aulani, there's like ocean creatures etched into all the rockwork, so it's fun to try and find them all.
They also have a snorkeling pool, Rainbow Reef, that you can pay a little extra money and you could snorkel with like hundreds of different fish.
There's so many fish to snorkel in. We'll play a video right now, but there's so many fish in there. And a huge tip is just, they have 2 different ways you can book it. So you can either book it your 1-day pass, or you can book a length of your stay pass, which most of the time if you're going to Aulani, you're gonna be staying for a fair amount of time, at least like 4 or 5 days. So it's much more cost effective to just book it for the length of your stay, and then you can go in and out of Rainbow Reef as much as you want. And of course, Aulani has access to its own lagoon over on the ocean. So there's like a private little beach area over there where there's paddle boarding, there's boogie boards, snorkeling. There's even a company that does catamaran rides out of the lagoon, which we highly recommend. We did it this last time and it was so cool.
So fun. The people on the catamaran, like your captain, I guess, they're very knowledgeable. They are locals, so they know a lot about the area. They know a lot about the ocean around the area, and it was really cool. They also gave great recommendations of like places to eat or other things to do around the island.
Oh, totally. We went over to like some tide pools that they told us about. That was super fun. We went over to a little cove that's just next to Aulani, and we saw tons of sea turtles.
Oh my gosh.
I'll put the video in now. It was so crazy. They just like wouldn't leave us alone. I wasn't complaining. So if you're at Aulani, I highly recommend booking the catamaran ride from Makiki Joe's.
So now let's talk about some of the delicious food at Aulani. So there are tons of different options for food. There is makihiki, ama, which unfortunately we didn't get a chance to go to this last time.
But we're going to next time.
Yes. The Olelo Room, Off the Hook, Mama Snack Shop, Ulu Cafe,
Papa Louis Shave Ice, and Little O'P.'s beachside kiosk down at the lagoon. So tons of places to eat. The sit-down restaurants are really going to be Makahiki and Ama. Ama is only open for dinner, and Makahiki is open for breakfast and dinner.
Character breakfast.
Yeah.
It's really fun. They have these really incredible macadamia nut pancakes.
Oh yeah, the pancakes were good.
Super good.
Yeah.
Or I think we both also got the
Kahlua pork omelet. Yeah, so good. And the food at Makahiki for dinner was also incredible. My heart still belongs to the pineapple cobbler. I still think about that pineapple cobbler all the time. When we came home, we had to make pineapple cobbler.
It was really good.
So good. Then Olelo Room is right next to Makahiki, and that's really like a bar slash like lounge area. So it's not really a restaurant proper, but they have delicious food, sushi. Nobody who vlogs about Aulani is talking about the Kalua pork gratin at Olelo, but you guys. Then Off the Hook is a poolside restaurant. Again, just like casual. I still think about their poke nachos. Those were super good. Oh, and the spinach salad was exceptionally delicious. Then Mama's Snack Shop and Papalua Shave Ice are sort of like two kiosks right in the middle of like the pool area. Mama's Snack Shop has really good coconut shrimp.
Yeah.
Yum.
They also have things like fish sandwiches, quick easy lunch.
Yeah, chicken tenders.
Yeah. And then at Papalua Shave Ice, you actually can get Mickey ears on top of your shave ice. It's super cute. We didn't have ice cream on the inside of ours at Aulani, but you can get ice cream on the inside of your shave ice and then condensed milk over the top if you want to.
Yeah, that's like the true Hawaiian way to get it, apparently. We, at that point, weren't brave enough to have ice cream in our shave ice. Later on in our trip, we did get ice cream in it, and it was
really good.
So good.
I was skeptical, but it was worth it.
It was great. And then down at Lilo P's on the beach is where you can grab like a Dole Whip or things like that. So good. Wailana Coffee Bar has delicious coffee.
And then there's Ulu Cafe, which is more like grab and go style. They also serve hot food for breakfast, lunch, and I think dinner as well.
Oh, totally. You can get like a whole pizza from Ulu Cafe. We went there a lot for breakfast, and the acai bowls were delicious. The breakfast burrito was super good, and it's nice to just like grab your food and then go take it to the beach and just like watch the sunrise on the beach with your coffee.
Also at Aulani, they have a lot of extra activities that you can do at the resort. So they have ukulele lessons, the Menehune Challenge Trail, which was really fun.
Oh yeah, you like take an iPad around and you follow clues around the resort and little magical things happen. Menehune are like tiny little creatures who come out at night in Hawaii, and they build things. They're sort of mischievous, but all around the Aulani Resort, there are menehune hidden everywhere. It is so much fun every morning to wake up and like, you go about your day and you're like, wait, that one wasn't there before, but it's here now.
Yeah.
It is so much fun. But on the trail, little magical things happen. The menehune are doing around the valley. It is so much fun.
Yeah, it's really great. You also can do t-shirt stamping.
Oh yeah, I made this shirt. And you can make your own Mickey Mouse ears that Olu here is modeling beautifully. So like we were saying, even just at this one tiny little part of Oahu, there is so much to do. There's also the Lanivai Spa, which is unreal.
It was incredible.
We both got the signature Lomi Lomi massage, and it was so incredibly wonderful. And attached to the spa is a hydrotherapy garden, and it was so nice to just like relax in the pools and all the different showers, and then go get like a traditional Hawaiian massage. And the atmosphere in there is pure serenity.
They have a special welcome thing that they do to everyone that goes to the spa, where you choose a rock and it has a Hawaiian word and then the translation of that Hawaiian word into English on the other side, and it's supposed to be what you are mindful of while you're at the spa.
Mine was ikaika, which is strength.
I can't remember the Hawaiian word, unfortunately.
It's all right, we're going back.
And then after you've chosen your stone, you throw it in this little pond, and it creates ripples on the ceiling because of the way they light it. It's really incredible.
And next to the spa is an area called Painted Sky. Now, for those of you who are familiar with the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique on the cruise ships or the Disney parks, this is sort of like Aulani's version of the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. It's just not as like Disney princess forward. They also do have a fitness center, if that is your life, but as we've said in our previous videos, I don't go on vacation to exercise.
Aulani also offers a luau. It's called the Kawa'a Luau, and it is incredible.
It's similar to other luau's in the sense that there's a wide array of showcasing of different cultures from different parts of Polynesia. There's Tahitian dancing and Hawaiian dancing, and there's fire dancing. But Aulani does it a little differently because there's a through plot through the story of it. So you sort of follow along on this adventure, which I thought was really clever. Having been to like other luau's, I thought it kept everyone's attention much better that way. And the sheer like just production of it was so good. The food was incredible at the Kava'a Luau. It was so good.
When we were there, like we said before, it was during COVID, so you got your own little bento box of like everything. You had a little bit of everything to try. I think they've gone back to traditional buffet now, where you get to pick and choose what you want, but all of the food is great.
They also, before the luau even starts, they have a bunch of activities for you to do. So you can get like a little temporary tattoo, you can pound poi, you can have ukulele lessons there. We absolutely think the Kava'a Luau is a must. If you're going to Aulani, I don't think you can miss it. So while you're on Oahu, while Aulani is fantastic, I'm pretty sure you want to see something other than just Aulani. It's great, and you can spend like a full week just there, probably. Maybe more. I could live there. Anyway, but you're on this beautiful island of Oahu, so obviously you want to go see the rest of it.
Yes.
Something we found really useful for our first time on Oahu was our first day there, we actually booked a circle tour of the island, which accomplished a couple things. One, we got to see a ton of different things, and two, it really helped us get our bearings so that later on when we had a car rented, we sort of knew where everything was. There are tons of different options when it comes to Circle Island tours. The one we did was called the Majestic Circle Island Tour, and we actually booked it through Aulani. When we started out, we drove out past Honolulu, past Diamond Head, and then we went up to the Pali Lookout.
It is so windy. Our tour guide said that sometimes it's so windy up there that the wind is like pushing cars in the parking lot.
Yeah, it was very windy, but like the view off of the Pali was unreal.
The next stop on our circle tour was the Byodoin Temple. It's a really beautiful temple. It's got a Buddha inside, and there's a big bell that you can ring. You like pull back this giant log and let it hit the bell. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was such a fun thing to do. The sound of the bell is supposed to like wash over you.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. I loved going there.
Yeah, we both lit incense at the temple.
The next, we stopped at this little place called Tropical Farms. It's like a macnut farm. Addicting. They have like macnut coffee, they have Kona coffee, they have glazed macnuts.
For anyone who has not been to Hawaii, macnut is macadamia nut.
Sorry. Yeah, so they have like tons of macadamia nut options, and it's so good. We've since had like macadamia nuts and coffee shipped to us from there because it is so good. Highly recommend stopping there. It's just a small little like
family run shop.
Yeah, it's so cute.
There's lots of chickens.
There's chickens everywhere on Hawaii. If you're afraid of chickens, don't go to Hawaii.
No, go to Hawaii.
Yeah,
it's
go to
gonna
Hawaii.
be okay.
Just deal with it.
Our next stop was for lunch, which was one of my favorite parts.
Oh, lunch is always the best part.
So we stopped at like a shrimp truck, kind of a shrimp truck.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little shrimp trucks all throughout Oahu.
Every 10 feet, someone has the best garlic shrimp on Oahu.
Yeah. They're all really great. So we stopped at Fumi's, and I think we both got the like hot shrimp, not the garlic shrimp. We got the spicy.
Yeah, I really liked Fumi's. After lunch, then we drove to Waimea, this beautiful canyon. It's a sacred little canyon area that's a botanical garden all the way through it. And so it was super fun because you walk through this I mean, insanely lush canyon. And then at the end, there's Waimea Falls, which is this beautiful waterfall that we got to swim in, which was so much fun.
And then the last stop on our circle tour before we went back to the resort was the Dole Plantation. We didn't have a ton of time at the Dole Plantation, unfortunately, so we didn't get to ride the train.
We are riding the pineapple train this next time we go. I didn't get to ride the Pineapple Express. I will ride it this next time.
But we did get to enjoy Dole Whip. If you're a Disney person, you know what Dole Whip is. If you're not a Disney person, you probably know what Dole Whip is.
Probably. It's like pineapple soft serve.
So yeah, we had Dole Whip. We got to shop around the gift shop a little bit, and yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah, it was super cute. And then that was it for our circle tour that we did that first day we were there. Like I said, we saw a lot of things. It helped us get our bearings and really set us up for exploring on our own later throughout our trip. So if you're planning a trip to Oahu, chances are probably on the list of like things you must do on Oahu, the Polynesian Cultural Center comes up. So we went to the Polynesian Cultural Center. Super fun. Very different though, I will say, than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
It was fun and definitely, I think, worth seeing. The Polynesian Cultural Center is only open a very short amount of time in the day. So, like, when we were there right when it opened. We went from each little island experience there to the other, like, racing super, super fast. And we barely made it to each of them. And then the day was done. The Polynesian Cultural Center was closed. And our ticket that we booked came with a luau at the Polynesian Cultural Center. So we went to that, but, like, I definitely think the Polynesian Cultural Center, if you're not doing like the luau and if you're not ready to like race around, I do think it needs maybe 2 days if you want to take your time and explore all of it, just because it's open such a short amount of time during the day.
Yeah, they have a lot of different activities that you can do at each of the little island pavilions. We only had enough time to do one thing at each place, so we felt a little bit like we missed out on some of the other cultural things that we could have done. But overall, it was a great experience. I really enjoyed everything we did. And then, like Thomas said, we had the luau, which also had delicious food. And at the end of the night, we saw Breath of Life, which is their like big show at the end of the night.
Yeah, it was interesting because I felt like we almost went to 2 luau's. Like one was like a luau with like the show and the food. And then you went to like the show, which was sort of like a really heightened version of a luau show.
Yeah, there just wasn't food.
Yeah, but it was a good show.
Yeah.
I liked Breath of Life a lot.
Yeah, it was very well done. Something else that we booked through Aulani was a hike on the North Shore through North Shore Eco Tours.
Yeah.
It was absolutely incredible.
It was so great. I'm not the most avid hiker person, but quite honestly, I would do it again in a heartbeat. I would do a longer one.
They offer a lot of different things that you can do. Like they have off-road ATV tours and stuff like that. They offer a few different hikes, but they take you into this like private land that's owned by the Hawaiian school. So very few people have access up there. They have special permission to go up there because they are an eco tour. So while you're on the hike or whatever you're doing, they are teaching you about the different plants, what's an invasive species and what's native. On our hike, our tour guide kept like taking fruit just out of the jungle and like sharing it with us.
Oh yeah, it was like being in the freshest grocery store. He was like, here's strawberry guava, here's regular guava, here's
an ice cream banana.
Ooh, an ice cream banana, everybody. Look it up.
We don't like bananas.
Hate bananas.
We love ice cream bananas.
We can't get them here on the mainland.
Yeah.
And that's really irritating.
Yeah, so we're definitely picking some up when we go back to Oahu.
It was such an incredible hike. I had so much fun. They were so professional, so educational. It was beautiful.
It's listed as an intermediate hike, so you should be in fairly good condition. You should wear good shoes. It gets really muddy, so you definitely want to be careful. You do have a guide, though, who is looking out for your safety as well.
Yeah. At
the end of our hike, the tour includes a light lunch that came from a small local place on the North Shore as well, and it was delicious.
Oh, so good.
Had
like spring roll wraps.
Yeah.
And there was something, I don't know, there was something surreal about just like sitting on a banana leaf next to a river in the middle of like the jungle eating like, I don't know, it was so relaxing and it really wonderful.
The volcanic mud will stain your clothes though, so make sure you're not wearing like something you absolutely do not want to get dirty.
Oh, totally. Yeah, it will stain your shoes. Anything it touches is turning red. I think my shoes are still stained.
Yeah.
From it. Like, still stained.
Like, right there.
And this was years ago. Also, speaking of shoes, I just want to talk about our shoes for a second. So these are from a brand called Tropic Feel. These shoes are so incredible.
They're definitely our go-to, like, adventure vacation shoe.
They're sustainably made, and these specific models, they're called the Monsoon. They're like a water shoe slash a hiking shoe slash a walking shoe. We've worn these in the ocean, we've worn these in rivers. They can get wet, completely wet, like swimming wet, and then they're made to dry out really quickly so you don't end up with like soggy shoes all day.
We love them.
They're so good. I would highly recommend go check out Tropic Feel. They have, like I said, a ton of different types of shoes for different things. They have waterproof ones or like these ones that are designed to be in the water, especially for a trip to Hawaii or really anywhere like warm and tropical. I would do these ones that you can like swim in.
We take them when we go cruising. They're good shoes for the park. Like if you're gonna ride Splash Mountain or Tiana's Bayou Adventure now, and your feet are soaked, they're gonna dry out and you don't have to worry about it.
Really great. Go check them out. Also, while we were up at the North Shore, the town up there, Haleiwa, is like so enchanting. This little town.
Cutest little town.
Yeah, so much fun to just wander around. It's where, again, if you've Googled like things on Oahu, Matsumoto shave ice probably comes up. And Matsumoto is in Haleiwa. Delicious shave ice with the ice cream.
Long lines. They are always busy.
There is always a long line. There's also a lot of food trucks in Haleiwa. That's where like Giovanni's has a shrimp truck there. Giovanni's is like the like famous shrimp truck on Oahu. We actually ended up going to the Giovanni's over in Laie by the Polynesian Cultural Center, and that was fun. We like wrote our name on the truck and left our little mark there.
The shrimp were so good.
Oh my god, they were not to like cause fights, because like I'm willing to try more garlic shrimp on Oahu, but I have to say the ones at Giovanni's were the best that we had.
Yes, while we were there, definitely the best ones that we had.
We got some recommendation that we're gonna try this next time that we go, so I'm very excited. And if you have a favorite place that you think we should go, feel free to let me know.
Another thing that we did on Oahu while we were there was Kualoa Ranch. We actually went horseback riding, and it was so incredible. That mountain range, it's like you stepped back in time. It's crazy.
It's unlike anything else I've seen. They do a lot of tours at Kualoa Ranch. There's ATV tours, there's a lot of movies have been filmed there, so there's like movie tours if you want to go see where they filmed, you know, like Jurassic World and Jumanji and Lost. But we just did the horseback riding, the 2-hour horseback riding, and it was, I don't know, there was something so nice about just like being on a horse in this like vast expanse of just verdant valley. Like it was so unbelievably beautiful, and our tour guides from Kualoa Ranch were so nice and knowledgeable.
Yeah, it was great. We had a blast. I would definitely do it again.
I would definitely recommend go see Kualoa Ranch. Do one of the excursions that they offer at Kualoa Ranch, because it was so unbelievably beautiful, and I think you have to see it. My biggest tip for when you go to Hawaii is slow down. There is no reason to rush. There's actually an expression, I can't say it in Hawaiian, but it essentially translates to, we're on an island, where are you going?
Yeah.
So like, just slow down. There's so many like things to see, little pull-offs, go to all the beaches. All the beaches on Oahu are public, so you can go to any of the beaches you see. It's so breathtaking to just stop and, you know, stop at a fruit stand, stop at a little wood carver stand. Like, take your time, don't speed, just slow down.
Just be careful where you park, because remember, sometimes where you're parking is someone's private property. But one of the reasons I think we loved Hawaii so much is it just made us feel young and like alive.
We're not old.
I know, we are young, but like it made us feel even younger than we are.
For the record, We're 18.
We're not 18.
No, but we did. There was such a positive energy and like,
Yeah.
it was so rejuvenating.
Without sounding like too cliche, there really is like the spirit of aloha. Everyone there calls you cousin, or you feel like you're part of a big family on the island.
I really felt accepted and taken care of walking in as a malahini.
We love Hawaii.
So there's some of the stuff we did on Oahu.
We hope you really enjoyed this video, and we hope that it helps you plan your trip to Oahu.
So until next time,
Keep on exploring.